Welcome to another edition of the Bruins Coaches Show. I'm Chelsea Byrne alongside Chris Talk and CJ Smith this week. We have a little extra guest. We're just going to kind of talk playoffs. Tell me how you guys are feeling from first a coach's perspective and then a player's perspective.
Well, it was good to get our guys back in town and working. You know, yesterday was a sluggish day. We knew that was going to happen, but today was much better practice. Got some good things accomplished, and we're just looking forward to Friday. It's been a long time of practice, yelling at them and watching them. We want to see another team play and get our fans back in the building.
You laughed at that, CJ. Has there been a little bit of yelling going on this week?
Yeah, Coach has been getting on us, making sure we're doing the little things right.
And how do you think the team's been responding to?
I think very well. I think having the break was really good for us guys to go home, regroup, get their minds clear, and get ready for playoffs.
What are you seeing so far from Minot that's going to kind of make this obviously a difficult series because they are a hard team?
Yeah, our biggest thing that we talk about from the beginning of the year is getting in front of the goalie, taking away his eyes, and they got some good, big defensemen that do a good job of doing that. And we talk a lot about our guys moving instead of just setting up camp, making it more difficult for the big guys to move around. Instead of setting a wall up, they got to move and set picks, and it's a lot harder to do that with the movement that we're going to create. So that's what we've been working on.
How much has mental toughness played a factor in your guys' preparation?
A lot, especially when you have Coach as a coach, because he's always yelling at you, if you do screw up, he lets you know.
Okay. So, and is that kind of your mentality, or I guess the way you coach? Has that kind of always been your?
I've always been a straightforward individual, whether it be on the ice, playing the game, in life. I'm not a very big talker. If you ask me a question, I'll give you the straight answer. And some people are like, well, that's kind of mean. If you don't like the answer, don't ask the question, you know? I've just been pretty straightforward, and I just feel honesty is the best way you can get things done and accomplished. And when guys screw up, you can let them know 1 or 2 times in a friendly manner, and then they keep doing the same mistake. You lose your patience, and yeah, you do yell. And whether it's right or wrong is up for debate, but it is kind of how we do it. And it seems like it works.
Yeah.
It works to a certain degree. I think the guys understand that we care. I don't think you can just scream and yell at them and just leave and not think about them at all, but I think they truly believe that we do care about them, and we're not yelling at them just to make ourselves feel better.
Right.
We're yelling at them to make them better and understand that they need to do things better and get better.
Right. CJ, how excited are you to be able to play in front of the Austin fans again this weekend?
Very excited. I heard it's going to be a pretty good crowd and just ready to go, have everybody supporting us.
How much does that help you as a coach to know you got a whole arena?
It helps out tremendously. We talk about energy and enthusiasm, and when you got the ruckus crowd that we have here at Riverside doing it for us, it makes it a lot easier for our guys to get up and go on the ice, and just to sit on the bench and look and see the bleachers full like that, it's a great feeling.
CJ, I got to ask, how do you feel about committing for college next year?
Pretty excited. I don't think it truly hasn't set in yet. I don't think it'll probably truly set in until I actually tour the school, though.
How did it all come about? Was UMass recruiting you a lot? How did you kind of end up making this decision?
UMass has always been a school I've wanted to go to. I always want to go out east, and especially when Christian Fallen went out there, it just kind of made me want to go out there more. And yeah, they had been recruiting me, and I was actually supposed to tour another school this weekend, and then they had called and made me an offer, and I decided to take it.
And they're in the Frozen Four this coming weekend, so how awesome is that that's the school you're going to?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Hopefully they can pull it off. Hopefully Christian does well too.
Yeah, definitely. How does that make you feel? Another one's leaving.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, that's what we do. We want to win a championship, show great support to our fans for hockey, but ultimately we want these guys to move on to higher levels. And I love teaching, and when you see guys move on, you think they're learning stuff, and there's others that are coming to see and value that. So it's awesome to see guys moving on.
So one more week of practice, and we're on the playoffs. Friday's coming fast. Any last words before we get there?
I don't have any.
Anything that are you excited?
We're big time excited. We want to have fun. This playoffs doesn't come around a lot. You don't always make the playoffs. Our first year we didn't. So, have fun for our fans, come out and enjoy the game, and for the players, we got to make sure we enjoy it. Same thing with the staff. We got to enjoy this moment. It's not every day you get to be in the playoffs.
All right. Well, great. Well, best of luck on Friday, and hopefully we'll be back here next week for another edition of the Coaches Show.